So not only are we guaranteed now an AEW game, they keep saying we're getting a game, we're getting a game, we're getting a game. Now it was revealed this week that we're getting a toy line.
Action figures, dude. Oh my goodness.
I mean, we used to have a podcast called Hole of Toys for a reason.
That's right.
Oh.
Yes. I'm so excited about these, and we'll definitely talk about these, but that'll be in a minute. Welcome back to another episode of AEW Aftershock, your number one podcast discussing all things disgusting. Yeah, discussing all things, all elite wrestling.
I'm Chris Falcon, and I don't know where Brant's going with this, but okay.
I'm Brant. Name to TBD, to be determined very soon. I have it. We'll see. I haven't gotten any suggestions in the comments yet, so I'm still waiting for you guys to chime in. But we'll see what happens.
Still listening to those crickets.
Yeah, exactly. Chirp. Yeah, it's fine because I've got a name. I've got a good name, so I'm just seeing if you guys come up with something better before I reveal it. So we'll see. I'll get some. It'll be like, "That's your good name. That sucks."
Please.
It's all good though because I'm pretty sold on it. Unless just somebody just post straight fire in the comments or something. It's like boom. It's like, oh man, that's awesome. But probably not gonna happen.
It could.
It could.
Probably not, but it could.
But if you'd like to know more about AEW Aftershock and all things Aftershock, you can go to theallcast.com to find us on YouTube and at the Allcast across social media. That's the AWE Cast. You
can also check out our Patreon.
No, you can't. We don't have
I'm sorry. Wow. See, this is why it shouldn't be in there yet. We will have a Patreon.
I thought I deleted everything that wasn't supposed to. You were supposed to do the social media tag. Yes, I forgot to change it. I apologize for that.
This is Brand's fault. He's like, Chris, we're going to rigidly read off of this script. My next line was literally,
I did not say that.
You can also check us out on Patreon.
That's something to look forward to down the line at some point.
Yes. But check out our social media, like Brand said, theallcast.com.
I did not say rigid. I just basic, general, loose script.
I'm just getting you in trouble.
Of course, I stay in trouble. What are you talking about? That's my default position.
You could also follow us on our own social medias right here.
Yeah, at Brant Fowler and
Dark Avenger C86.
Yes, we talk about this stuff and comic stuff, and you can, while we're at it, you can join us on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on Comic Frontline, youtube.com/Comic Frontline for Comic Book Weekly each and every Tuesday night if you're a comic fan.
Yes. But we're here for AEW. We're here for Dark. We're here for Dynamite. And this, I just want to get through Dark as quick as possible to get into Dynamite because this Dynamite was Dynamite.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's get into some AEW Dark discussion, running down the matches, and then we'll talk about any highlights. There weren't many from this week's Dark. So Chris Statlander defeated Diamante. I just still don't know how to pronounce her name. The Best Friends with Orange Cassidy defeated Hybrid 2. Big Swole defeated Christy Janes, and the Young Bucks defeated Peter Avalon and QT Marshall.
Only thing I want to say about Chris Statlander is any match that she's in, I love it. I'm sorry, I love Chris Statlander. And Big Swole with Christy Janes. I hope we get to see more Christy Janes. That's something I really would love to see more of her. I loved her entrance. I liked her in-ring. And it was really, really good. The match with Chris Statlander, Demente needed a little bit. There were some off cues for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But absolutely.
Chris was pretty strong. I will say that.
Yeah, Chris is always strong, and Big Swole continues to improve each and every week. The only other thing I want to say about Dark is about the Young Bucks match. Leva Bates finally shows her heel personality.
Holy crap! How did you like that with the screaming and the neck grabbing? Whoa!
Yeah, and the hitting with the books is like, okay, this is what we've been waiting for. Her just like apologizing for Peter has just been like, whatever. But this was good. And QT
wasn't not wanting to even be. No, we're not doing this. We're gonna win. This is not gonna get us anywhere.
Yeah, QT's just like all over the place. He's like, I'll fill in wherever. Who needs a partner? I'm there. That's basically QT, because we'll talk about that in the preview for next week's Dark, which we'll get to later in the show. Well, I guess we could do it right now. Why not?
Well, no. I want to talk about QT. How did you like that move where he bounced up and he flipped down and he lands on his knee, and everybody's like, even Nick was kind of taken back with that move.
I kind of laugh because that's Ricochet's entrance, and that's like what he does.
Really?
That's exactly his interest. He runs to the ring, does the flip, and lands on the one knee with his hand down. It's Ricochet's entrance down.
Whoa!
Yeah, so I was like, okay, QT.
I thought it was great, and the Bucks back and forth, especially with the microphone. That part, amazing. And then Nick QT wasn't getting up for some reason. I think he must have been really hurt, but he did 8 of those. Oh my God, the move where he goes over and over and over again. Sunset flip. Was it a sunset flip? I'm trying to remember what it is. Well, whatever the move it is, He asked him to get up twice, and he did it again and again. And finally, QT got up and he did both of them, but it took a while for QT to get back up. Yeah.
So maybe either that or he's just he's in his own world. Who knows? But the QT's fun. It's kind of a lighthearted kind of thing. So it'll be interesting next week. We'll talk about that.
Well, it already happened, but it'll be interesting to see it because
exactly.
Spoil it.
Obviously, exactly. But yeah, let's. I'll go ahead and preview Dark, and we'll preview Dynamite after Dynamite.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. Next week's Dark will feature Jimmy Havoc versus Marco Stunt.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Joey Janela versus Kip Sabian in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So that's gonna be a good one.
I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. The Dark Order.
There was a conflicting, by the way, for Dark with Kip. There was I don't know. It was on social media. It could have been a mistake. I think they said Kip Sabian versus oh shoot, I don't even remember. But he was versing somebody else.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, up in the air.
Yeah, they tape a lot of matches, so who knows exactly what's going to air. This is what I found as a preview. Me too. That's why I was kind of lost when I saw it on the social media, but it could have been a typo. Yeah, it could be. The Dark Order versus Shima and T-Hawk. And Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall going to the other side of the fence again versus Sean Spears and Peter Avalon. I hope Sean Spears leaves Peter Avalon right at the beginning of the match. Yeah, so I want to see Tully and Leva interacting. That's what I want to see. Oh God. Oh man, that's gonna be something. But that's your AEW Dark this week. So let's get into what we really want to talk about. Oh my God. AEW Dynamite from Atlanta, GA. Awesome. This was like half paper because it's only a couple of matches. It's like half pay-per-view status this week, in my opinion. Oh, dude, this was so good. This was like when Dynamite first debuted. Like those first few episodes was like really strong, putting everything out there. But the bonus that this had is you had those feuds built up. These rivalries, and so much happened in this show. So we got to talk about it. But let's run down the matches first, and then we'll get into the discussion of what's going on. So, Young Bucks win the tag team battle royal. Called it. I knew. Well, of course. Yeah. So we'll definitely be talking about that. Chris Statlander, double duty, defeats Shanna, and we'll talk about the boops. Boops. I like the boops. Moxley defeats Jeff Cobb. That was really shocking. I was surprised by that. Yeah. Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega defeat the Lucha Brothers to retain their tag team titles because pay-per-view. Yeah, and Cody defeats Wardlow in a steel cage. And that was the highlight of 2020 so far, in my opinion, from the AEW. Yeah. So let's talk about some of this stuff. Let's jump right into the tag team stuff because that's what kicked off the show. Oh, that tournament. Yes. Oh my goodness. The Battle Royal was, I like the way they did it. It was interesting the way that they all surrounded the ring, and when the bell rang, they all dove in and started fighting. That was an interesting way to do it instead of just all standing around in the ring. Right. Yeah, so that was interesting. And if one tag partner was eliminated, the other one still had a chance. So both partners had to be eliminated, so it made it even harder. Yeah, I like that too. That was very interesting. And in the middle of the match, Dark Order comes out and is just like jaw jacking on and calling out SCU and everything. They hand a mask to Shima, and it's like, okay, interesting stuff going on with the Dark Order, and they just kind of stayed around. Santana and Ortiz kind of just lingered around the outside of the ring, didn't get in for a long time.
Well, I mean, you knew they were going to be like the last two in, probably.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're the super heel tag team right now, right? So it was good though. You had so many spots. Obviously, you had a lot of like, okay, that team's gone, but no, they still have a shot, like you said, with the one person still staying in.
Because Nick got eliminated early.
Yeah, Nick gets eliminated. Matt's by himself, and it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. How's he going to pull this off now? But he ends up teaming up with. They did the best friends thing. Trent and Matt did the best friends thing. That was awesome. So yeah, so many. Oh, and we can't forget Orange Cassidy. Cassidy played his part. Carried Trent back to the ring. So that was cool. Yeah, it was so good. It was probably their best battle royal to date. They've had a few.
We need more. I think we need more battle royals. I'm sorry. I know maybe once a month do a battle royal for something. It doesn't have to be a ring. It doesn't. Maybe number one contendership. Something. Yeah,
this was good. This was really good. But the Young Bucks win. Matt Jackson pulls it off somehow, some way. He pulls it off and wins. And now the Young Bucks will face the tag team champions at Revolution. So that takes us to the tag team title match, which was Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page defending against the Lucha Brothers. When you get these four in the ring, it's off the charts every time.
Hangman, I tell you, he's getting very brutal. He's brutal. He is brutal in that ring. I mean, he's just knocking people left, right, all over the place.
Yeah, and in this match again, he hits Omega with this finisher. Again.
And you know what? You got to wonder how many times that's going to happen until it finally backfires on him.
And it's like he's so conflicted, and I love the storytelling here in the ring with Page especially. He's so conflicted because he hits him with that, and he goes out the ring, and he's just kind of like, you almost get the sense like he's done, okay, I accidentally hit my partner again. We're going to lose this. It's okay. But he can't let himself do that. He's such a competitor, and he's such a proud champion. He's like, I can't do this. So he gets in, and he saves the match and makes the pinfall. And then after the pinfall, he's sitting there like, what the heck did I just do? I'm still the champ. And now we got to face the Bucks.
And not only that, he's conflicted with the Bucks as well. He doesn't want to be part of the Elite right now, but at the same time,
that's his whole identity, right?
Yeah, that's his whole identity. And not only that, his tag partner is freaking Kenny Omega, who's best friends with the Bucks. As we saw after the match when the Bucks helped Kenny up, and he got in and he tried to tug away. He's
this is a little tug away.
The Bucks like, he's our best friend, and it's like Kenny's I feel bad for Kenny because unlike what happened in Ring of Honor, where it was straightforward Kenny versus Cody, and Cody kind of twisted the Young Bucks for a time. This ain't happening this time. This time, Kenny's trying to keep the peace with everyone. And the question is, will Kenny kind of get set off at some point?
See,
and who would he get set off at is the question mostly.
Yeah, exactly. Is he going to get set off at the Bucks, or is he going to turn on his own tag team partner? We don't. It's going to be very interesting.
I feel like you had that manipulation in being the Elite last week, where Hangman was trying to get other tag teams to eliminate the Bucks first.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Can he get into Kenny's head, or is he going to screw things up with his tag partner Kenny, and then basically he's going to get a triple super kick?
Right. I'm going to be like waiting for the next episode of Being the Elite because I think we'll get some hints towards that.
We're getting 2 more days. It's coming out. Well, as this goes live, it comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah. So Tuesday, and then this weekend, this Saturday, is Revolution. So hopefully we'll get some kind of cues either through Being the Elite or Dynamite as to what's going to happen. But man, Kenny, if he finds out that Paige was going around trying to sabotage the Bucks, that's going to cause some major friction.
That's what I'm wondering if they'll show that on Being the Elite. Yeah, if they're going to show, Hangman said this, or the Bucks find out and Kenny doesn't believe them at first.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting though. And either way, you've got the Elite versus the Elite.
So the belts ain't going anywhere outside the Elite.
Yeah, exactly. Which is so cool. It's like, okay, it took us how long to get to this point to where we got the Elite in the spotlight? Yeah, so it's good though. All right, so Jon Moxley and Jeff Cobb, the hired assassin, the hitman, Jeff Cobb.
They could have brought Jeff Cobb in so much, and somebody did. He's just like another Wardlow, but I mean, the match was so good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people comparing him to Rhino, which I totally get.
Oh, I can see that. Oh, yeah. I've only seen him wrestle now. I've not seen him in Ring of Honor. I knew he was in Ring of Honor, but I didn't see him.
I've seen him a couple of times in Ring of Honor. I thought he was actually better in Ring of Honor than he was in this match. So that means he's capable of more than he put on here. I love that they brought out Taz for this because Jeff Cobb is he's a shorter guy, he's low built, he's stout, and he's a suplex machine. I mean, it's like Taz is the perfect person to do commentary.
And he did very good commentary on this match.
Yeah. So it was a good back and forth match. Jeff Cobb slowed it down, methodical pace, was kind of dominating Moxley for most of the match, but Moxley pulls it out and wins. But of course, the Inner Circle have to get involved after that.
And it's the same thing like what happened last week.
Sorry, I'm kidding. Yeah, so same thing. They attack, and then out come Dustin Rhodes, and then the lights go out and the music hits, and who's back?
Darby
Allin comes down the ring on his skateboard
and cleans house.
Tears everybody up with that skateboard, and he's out for blood, and I can't wait to see that. So that's what's going on with that. Let's see. We got Chris Statlander and Shanna battle of the boots. She booped back. You notice
she did boop back. Yes, she did
back. And during this match, Dr. Britt Baker was on commentary.
Of course she was, because
of course,
it's Britt Baker.
Yeah, and it was a fine match. It was a good match. They were very evenly matched, Shanna and Chris. Chris pulls out with the Big Bang Theory, and after, what I find it most interesting was after the match, you have Nyla Rose come out, right, and do her
first speech. Yep.
Yeah, and then like nobody can touch me, right? Nobody can touch me, and out comes Chris Statlander. It's like, okay, and then out comes Big Swole. It's like, okay.
When they came out, I was like, oh please, Kong, oh please.
Well, we know Kong's injured, so it couldn't be her yet. So we'll get that down the road, hopefully. But I can't wait to see what goes on with that. Like, are they going to have to face each other to get an opportunity? Is it going to be a triple threat? What's going on? I don't know. But I'm interested, and I either one of those matchups would be good.
Oh, absolutely. I would go for the triple threat. I would just say triple threat, and then we could deal with first, contender later, number one contender later. Because obviously Riho is going to get a rematch, but she's a champion somewhere else right now. She actually just won the championship somewhere else. I don't know which organization, but she did win a championship.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, obviously, and that's fine. But for now, let's see something different, and that's cool. And you got two powerful ladies in Chris Statlander and Big Swole that can stand up to Nyla. So
we've seen two championships move from one person to another. Will we see a third Revolution?
I don't know. We shall see. Revolution coming up. So that leaves us with our main event, which is Cody versus Wardlow in a steel
cage. That steel cage looked awesome. I know there were lots of speculation on if it was going to be red. I'm glad they just went with plain steel.
Yeah. No, if it had been like gimmicky, I would have been disappointed. The one thing I will say, and they covered it up pretty well, the cage was loose at the bottom, so every time they hit it, there was a chance. And I think they noticed it after the fact and kind of played it up like, oh, there's a little give there. They can break their leg if they fall wrong. I'm hoping they actually secure it in future matches.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I don't think we're going to see that many cage matches.
Right.
Till, later on. I'm sure there'll be more, but I don't see it happening often.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you can't win by escaping.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
It has to be pinfall. If you escape, that does nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So pinfall or submission in the middle of the ring, and Jim Ross said that's the way it should have always been. I think it depends.
It should be a special stipulation. You know, like if you want to have like a special cage match. Oh, and the extra rule is if you escape the cage, then you get out.
The thing is, I get the logic, because to escape the cage, it's almost like, okay, I'm going to run away from my opponent to win. And it's like,
right. And
it's kind of passive.
Their way. I like their way better. I'm not really a fan of the escape the cage and you win the whole thing.
Yeah, so it's more like Hell in a Cell without a ceiling, kind of.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, in the future.
Yeah, you never know. But Cody, oh man, Cody. First of all, I gotta say Wardlow was pretty good. This is the first time I'd seen him wrestle.
Same.
Yeah, and he did some cool. He's powerful. He did some cool pendulum moves with Cody, and but Cody pulled it off, man. And that moonsault.
That moonsault off the top of the cage. Everyone was talking. I mean, I even got messages from my friend JD. Everyone who watched wrestling, that was the first thing I heard about Dynamite. Did you see that moonsault?
Yeah.
And he barely hit him.
I know.
Almost missed.
Oh, I know. You could see like real concern on Arn and Brandy. Like, oh my God, is he okay? Because he hit hard. Speaking of Arn Anderson, there was a moment where MJF was standing there yelling at Arn, "Do what you did to his father," and it's like they referenced that match too of Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair in a cage match years and years, decades ago, where Arn slammed Dusty in the head with the steel cage door, right? And MJ's like, "Do it to him like you did it to his father," and you thought for a minute, "Oh no, is Arn going to turn? Is Arn going to turn?" And then he hits the MJF, and it's like, yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about when Brandy and MJF.
That came later, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was the situation we were going to talk about first. Where
no, I love this. I love the parallels with with Dusty Rhodes and Cody there. Very interesting, and it was kind of like redemption for Arn for doing that to Dusty. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, later on in the match, MJF threatens to punch Brandy in the face. And it's like, dude, come on, man. That's this guy.
He's willing to go deep. That's the problem with his character, and I just don't. I can't even love to hate a character like that.
Yeah, and so Arn takes him out again, throws him into the crowd, and then we get to follow up with the moonsault, and we had the whole ring thing too. Wardlow was trying to use the diamond ring to hit Cody, and Cody gets it from him and actually uses it on him. So, it was a good match. Did Cody end up
keeping it, or did he toss it? I'm trying to remember that part.
What?
The ring. Did Cody toss it after he used it, or did he keep it? I'm trying to remember.
I think he tossed it. I don't remember.
Because that'd be so cool if he ended up keeping it.
Yeah. Oh, and Cody was like busted open early in this match. He was like bleeding all over the place.
He's going to be another Ric Flair, and I think Dusty was also the same way.
Yes. He's taking it back old school.
Well, he's always been busted open. Think about all the matches he's been in. He's busted his head open every single match.
I know, and I'm just like, dude, don't put that much scar tissue on your face. Come on, save it for the big moments. That's all. If this was a pay-per-view, that'd make a lot more sense,
Right. Well, I mean, this was definitely pay-per-view status, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely pay-per-view quality. It just wasn't, we didn't have to, it was regular weekly television. So save it for those big moments, and it has more impact, I think. But, that's just my opinion. But, yeah, that's your Dynamite, which was, like we said, a fantastic episode of Dynamite this week.
I loved it. Every moment was just fantastic.
Yeah, one more to go before Revolution. So let's talk about
Speaking of which, what do we got going on in that one more to go?
Yeah, exactly. It comes to us from Kansas City, Missouri. And the only three matches that we know of right now, I think, are Pac versus Omega in that 30-minute Iron Man match. We got Santana and Ortiz and Guevara versus Jurassic Express, 6-man tag action. And then we have Butcher and the Blade versus the Best Friends. So I don't know. Obviously, we're going to see something with the Elite
pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. And Jericho and Moxley. There's going to be there's more promos. Maybe there's definitely going to be more matches involved. I'm sure. Maybe we'll see.
We'll be seeing Dark on Friday, like another Dark, like two Dark from that night.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a 6-man tag match with Dustin, Darby, and Mox versus Cobb, Jericho, and somebody.
I could live with that.
Yeah. But probably not, because Hager, maybe it'll be a tag match. because Hager's first match is actually going to be Revolution, and he's the only.
And he was asked on Revolution on social media when his next UFC fight is, and he said soon. So obviously he's only going to be wrestling right now on special occasions.
Yeah, but he's the only Inner Circle member not accounted for. So so it would have to be a tag match if anything if they do that. But I think they would have announced that by now if they were going to do that. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's what we know. And that's it. That's your Aftershock this week because that's all we got. We will obviously be doing next week. We'll be doing the preview for Revolution.
Figures.
Oh, yeah.
It was
not preview. I meant recap. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it was announced actually the day before Toy Fair in New York that AEW. We're going to have figures. They shared it on social media. They shared it on the website, showing each wrestler their figure. So we knew about Jericho. We knew about the Bucks. We knew about Kenny, Cody, and Brandy. And then as New York Toy Fair went on, we found out about MJF being in a wave. I don't think he's in wave 1. Hangman Adam Page. Bram found the Lucha Brothers. I didn't even know about that. Moxley. They're getting their own wrestling ring. They're getting a toy AEW belt. Some figures are getting variants. Kenny Omega has a variant. Chris Jericho has a variant. Cody Rhodes has a variant. I think the Kenny Omega one is going to be a variant exclusive to the website, so you have to buy from their website that exclusive. I don't know about the other exclusives. They're going to be exclusives to websites, Target, Walmart.
I thought maybe the Kenny Omega one came with the ring. But maybe
it does because they were showing him that figure with the ring. Maybe it is the ring exclusive.
Maybe. I think that would be cool. These figures when they announced them because they showed on Dynamite they showed them getting the reveals of their figures, which I thought was really cool. And then they at Toy Fair there was obviously a lot of video coming out of that showing it too, and it was so cool. The likenesses are so dead on. I mean. Kenny Omega looks fantastic. The Bucks look great.
Cody looks amazing. Brandy.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited for these, man.
I hope they release them slowly so my wallet won't be in. I'm not getting the toy belt, obviously, for reasons. But I do want to get the ring, and I do want to get as many of the figures. I'm not getting MJF unless I'm allowed to light it on fire.
I wish they weren't quite as expensive, but that's kind of figures these days. But yeah, I think I love the way the ring looks. I was just noticing like some of the obviously it's decals, but the way they've kind of painted the decal, it looks like an apron. They've done like the shadowing and stuff like that, so that's cool. These figures just look amazing. The ones I can't wait for that I want to see them do. Darby Allin,
yes,
Luchasaurus.
Oh yeah.
Those are like the two. Like I gotta have those two.
I need Chris Statlander. I need. I would love
Hikaru Shida.
I want Hikaru Shida. Yes, I would love to have a. I'm trying to. Oh man, I hate that it's just. I'm like zooming through. I would love a Kip Sabian and Penelope 2-pack. That'd be cool. A Best Friends 3-pack with Orange Cassidy.
Yes. Private Party.
Private Party.
They would be good figures. They're very like the hair and everything. Yes. I can't think of like a dual mohawk kind of thing going on. I couldn't think of what it's.
And we're so dumb. Santana Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, and we don't need Jake Hager right away. He needs to wrestle more.
Chris Jericho, the Painmaker.
I love that variant.
Yeah, that was a nice variant. Yeah, I did see that. So that was really cool. I'm so impressed that so fast that they've grown and they've got this deal with Wicked Cool Toys and
dude, Butcher Blade Bunny 3-pack.
Oh yeah. Somebody actually said that on the broadcast, I think, or maybe that was you telling me that you wanted that.
I think I was. No, I don't think it was me because I just thought of the Butcher Blade and Bunny.
Oh, okay. I've seen the Moxley one. I've seen Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. Those look really good. Cody's Star Trek uniform thing that looks really cool.
That's an interesting variant. That's all I'll have to say about that.
Yeah.
I want a Bucks variant. Why didn't we get a? Maybe there is one and I didn't notice.
Maybe one. Yeah, I want to see the one with the dollar bill pants.
Yes.
I could take or leave, or they probably couldn't get the rights to do it, but the Street Fighter ones.
Don't tease me.
Yeah, that would be the one that I'd really want to see. But if I can't get that, do the dollar bill ones like the ones that they wore on Dynamite this week. But yeah, no, just good stuff, man. And I apologize for getting that, because that was something we definitely wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So
all right, so now we can go into the other stuff.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it for this episode of AEW Aftershock. So,
okay,
there we go.
Let's try it again. So you can find us once again at theawcast.com, which sends you right to our YouTube channel right now, which we will be moving there in another. This is the last episode for Comic Frontline.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be doing the full move. But while we are here on Comic Frontline and over on the Awcast,
don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, hit that notification bell. Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up to show everybody you love this video on YouTube. And then don't forget to follow Comic Frontline and the Awcast all over social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Exactly.
But and I think that was my line, basically. Yeah. So
like you were saying, we are making that full move over to Aftershock Wrestling Entertainment. So definitely go over there, theallcast.com, to follow us on there. Man, I didn't take it out of this one either. But if you
I know you didn't.
Yeah, I know. So
go ahead and say mine again. Just go through the rest of it. Do the rest of it.
Okay. So if you have any comments or questions or suggestions for us for the show, or if you'd like to sponsor an episode of the audio podcast that's coming up very soon, you can email us at team@theawcast.com. I'll get this right one of these days.
We are trying so hard, everyone. You have no idea. Every week since we decided to have like a very strong entrance and exit to these shows.
Yes, exactly. We're trying our best to do it, and hopefully we'll tighten up by the time next week comes, where we are on the Awcast. So, yes. But yeah, you email us at team@theawcast.com. Thanks for watching and or listening. For Chris Falcon, I'm Brant.
And don't forget to soar high
and aim for the sky. Bye, everybody.